Good afternoon, and welcome to this short meditation on this topic of head in the sky, feet on the ground. I actually often like these opportunities to contemplate together on subjects about balance. And I think to have feet on the ground is when somebody is said to be well balanced and sensible, and you contrast somebody who's grounded, we use this word. But my own experience, if we talk about the physical ground, if you've ever been in an earthquake, then it is quite interesting that the physical ground can't actually rely on, and it is an experience of being in an unpredictable place, and so grounded, we're not talking about physical ground, but something that gives you the sense of your security, and that may be, we're talking not about physical things which we can't control, but how we feel when we're really stable in ourselves, congruent with ourselves. That brings continuity, stability. So this is the angle I'm taking on this subject. But to experiment, let's just create a few moments more concentration and start in the sky, which is a simple image of a physical sky to begin with. And it's like to sort of bring the mind to a clear space. And so your meditation preparation is to relax physically and just adjust maybe if you need to while you're sitting, if you are sitting. And just consciously release any tension in the muscles. Check the breathing is relaxed. And bring an image into the mind of a sky. Just absorb that idea of a sky. It can be visually seen or more felt as an open space. See what comes up. There may be movement, may not be movement. There may be clouds, there may be stars. It's very open and freeing and absorbing. And I can go into the subtlety of this openness, freedom. And also observe the earthly things are small and in the distance. Thank you. So certainly, image of sky is beautiful and freeing, but we also want to be in balance. We're not escaping anything. It is about being in the world. And as we mentioned, this idea of being grounded is more understood here as your sense of self and this continuity of your own, your congruency with yourself, and how we feel when we're congruent. What are those experiences when something can't shake you, because they're all the time dealing with circumstances of change. But when we're at home with the self and not upset by the changing and temporary. So if we see the self again in an image, but this time like a spiritual sun. So we're going to come back to the image of the sky, but this time the sun will be like a continuity and a stability in this image. So I just take that moment to become introverted and focusing on the inner world, which also means accepting the temporary changing nature of what is outside. This image of a sun is always there. It is stable and constant. And in the sky, there can be many other changes like clouds coming and going. The sun is stable. This brings a huge calmness. Something to come back to. I can absorb in the stability, the assurance, and the warmth of the sun. Thank you. So this was more like visualization, but there's a lot of meaning that I've taken benefit from, because this is like seeing that the external is so changeable. When we move house, you see the old place and you realize that it was set up and made into a home, but then it becomes someone else's. It changes. Things happen around us which change the landscape. We feel it is a different place altogether. What is inside and what is holding and grounding us is this constancy from the being, and the independence of the self is the most clear grounding. And that is when we realize that we are here in the world but not of the world, and perfectly captured in the image of the guest idea, because it means the guest is absolutely involved and here but free, and involved but not trapped, and a trustee of everything but not tied. So we're involved, everything is, there's a balance, but you can afford to be completely free, and you are completely free because you know that everything around can change, but you stay the same within the body. And this helps us to remain light, and that's when the sky aspect comes in, because then you're not getting pulled by your security based upon something that will be taken away from you. Subservient in emotions, that's when we get those cyclical thoughts, not being able to let go of something in the mind, and we lose perspective. We haven't got that freedom to take a step back. We lose that sky view, that opportunity to be independently thinking, and something small in life becomes magnified. It feels so big. We are, in the wrong sense, caught up. We can never get ourselves out without maybe someone else's input. So this is why the guest is so freeing. We can practice it. It's a matter of one thought, and we get connected to our balance. So let's experiment for a few moments. And this is really like a fun exercise, something we can continue to play with. So again, it's an invitation to enjoy contemplating. We just check that we feel relaxed physically. And letting go of that tension. We see this objectively for a few moments. The being in this world is a guest. And this is the true self. We see that as a light, like that spiritual sun. And the lightness of the guest. At the initial wonder at arriving in a new place. Absolutely happy with every new moment. Internally free, not dependent. Hasn't created a bondage, expectation. There's a sparkle with the guest because of their view. It's the same with the guest in this world, they have a sparkle. The whole world is felt like a gift, even this moment. The mind is not cluttered with cyclical thoughts. The mind is clear. Things are appreciated. Guest in this world, guest in this costume of the body. Is happiness. It's there anyway. Absolutely secure. Free, independent, congruent, their natural nature. You know that everyone else is the same. So a guest all are part of like a family, the way they feel about others. Importantly, they can bring themselves above, like seeing from the sky. See their journey in the context of all time. Stability, grounded in their peace. That we can see that fully as we come back into our daily life, can afford to bring these thoughts from time to time. Make it a clean start and a fresh slate in the mind. A sparkling, clear inner being as a guest, starting from this moment fresh. And it connects us to our most stable nature. Thank you. Hope you enjoy this journey of the day, the onward journey. And every moment is new. We can practice this as a hobby and keep it light, as since that is our nature, we will enjoy it. Have a good day.